Another episode of Bless Your Heart, and we have a lot of funny stuff on the show today. Hopefully you'll tune in. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we're ready for your questions.
Yeah, our first question is from Denver, and they want to know, so the plant pot on the vodka cart in the background of the set, are those boobs?
Yeah, they are. You know we're boob fans around here, so we have a boob vase. I bought this vase for Dale when I designed the house in 2008, and it's become like this topic, and we've moved it around, and here it is.
The boob vase.
Now it's for us to see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very big staple of the studio.
Every boob is the same, so no matter how you turn it, you get a set of perfect boobies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I hope that helps, Denver. That was someone from Colorado saying hello. That's
I tried to put it on the foyer table back
I think
when the house was built.
I think we talked a bit about this on the show, but so that's that Amy brings that into the house, and I was like, okay.
I thought for sure it'd be like his most prized possession.
Well, I do love the vase. It's still here.
Yeah, but he wouldn't let me put it on the foyer table just in case his grandmother came over or somebody. He was like too embarrassed about it.
And we have, she had this giant photo, this really big giant frame photo, and it was these girls in their French Riviera, probably.
I put this in the house?
The one in the beach house where the girls are sunbathing.
Yeah, it's a Slim Aarons print from the 60s or 70s or in France. Yeah. The one I wanted, she was topless, and I had it in the dining room. So Dale was like, or that's where it was going. So Dale's like, absolutely not. And so I settled for, she's topless, but she's covered herself. Like she's sipping a soda or something, and she's got her bottoms on.
I was like, man, what if my family or grandma or somebody comes to stay here? We can't have this. Amy's like, I don't give a.
I don't. It's art. It's supposed to, art's supposed to be, make you think and make you.
That's a great excuse.
You try telling grandma that.
And it's fun to make people feel slightly uncomfortable. I kind of relish in that.
I'm lucky. What a lucky guy.
Yeah, that's funny. This next question is from Darcy. She saw your Instagram post, I believe it was yesterday or Tuesday. Did you guys get a pet turtle or just find one outside?
We live in the middle of the woods, so we just had one just stroll across the driveway. And we have box turtles all around the farm, and I find them every once in a while. But he was just hanging out. And April, our nanny, and Isla saw him out of the window, so they came outside to hang out with him. He was a good-sized box turtle, so he's like 25, 30 years old probably.
Wow.
I always send him to our fish tank guy because he is like well-versed in all reptilians and all the things. And he's always happy to tell me.
I didn't see this.
He has a pretty coat too, like orange or whatever.
Yeah. And his skin on his head and his feet was
I didn't
bright
see
orange
this.
and black.
What are we talking about?
You were in New York.
I know.
I'll show you the pictures.
All right, but just tell me, what happened?
He was just hanging out in the
Y'all
driveway.
found a box turtle in the driveway?
In the driveway, and I
And
put him
put it
in
on
the
your
planners.
Instagram?
I did. You want to see him, Ralph?
No, I just wanted to, because if I don't know, I don't have context, neither do they. Oh,
yes,
shit.
he was in the driveway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, he's
He's
nice.
cute.
Yeah, great.
I was scared to pick him up, so I did it. And he
Wonder
started
what
scrambling. And he hissed at us a little bit.
Ooh.
Really?
I've never heard a turtle make noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He I know where I'm going, leave me alone.
Yeah. I don't need your help.
Yeah. There's some people in the chat want to know if you would ever drive in Cletus's Mom Prix that he did.
Probably not, and here's why. I don't think I have any business doing that. I didn't grow up around racing. I did the better half dash years ago and got taken out on the first lap.
Oh.
And the first time I even got strapped into that thing for practice, I lost my mind because I'm claustrophobic, and Dale strapped me in so tight I couldn't move, and I can't handle it, so probably not. I'm a weenie.
It looked kind of fun.
I'm sure it is fun.
This next question is from Brianna, and she wants to know if you would give your 18-year-old self any piece of advice, what would it be?
18-year-old self, don't stress so much. Just go with the flow. I think everybody's always worried about what they're doing and where the path is and where you're going to go next, or I don't know, just choose your joy and not stress so much.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Keep
I don't
it
know.
simple.
Everything works out like it's supposed to. If I had made different choices at 18, I wouldn't be here. I mean, I have plenty of things I look back on and cringe at, but it is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Next question.
Dale's doing that staring
Yeah,
thing.
he is, I know. Danny wants to know, you guys talk a lot about music. So if you could only listen to your favorite song forever or never hear it again, but just keep discovering new music, which one are you picking? So favorite song forever or never listen to it
Never
again?
hear it again.
Never hear it again. New
That's pretty easy. I
Really?
think. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty easy one.
I feel like even if it's your favorite song, everything starts to torture you after a certain amount of time, right?
I think there's the odds that you might find a new favorite song
Absolutely. Yeah.
if you're listening to new music all the time.
When's the last time you think you've updated your favorite song when people ask you?
I have a rotating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I do. And it's dependent upon the person asking.
Really?
I'm like, I'm not sure if you're ready for this. I might give you this one
He
because
plays to his crowd.
I don't think you're ready for the one I really want to tell you. I don't trust you to appreciate it.
So is
He
Eminence
just
Front
doesn't
your
want
real?
your judgment. What
Yeah.
it is.
So is Eminence Front your real favorite song, or is that just?
I'm like, no, there's a song that I like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna appreciate it the way I do, so I'm gonna tell you something else.
I'm going to tell you what you want to hear.
Wow.
What?
Now I'm questioning which group I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think the more I get to know you, the more I trust you with that type of knowledge.
Okay, that's very, very secretive knowledge.
Man, somebody takes themselves
Yeah.
seriously.
When you first meet me, living on a prayer, man, that's not fair. Then it's some like really obscure shit
Deep.
down the line.
deep, dark stuff.
Yeah,
5 years
geez.
down the road, you're like, whoa, this is.
I mean, there is some truth. I guess you can't really hit him with like I like bodies. Like I can't really hit him with that. Some aggressive, but that's. Amy,
You're a level 1. You get this song.
Yeah.
You're gonna get this when we get to know each other. Hey, I lied.
Well,
when I
it's
first
this
met
obscure artist from Canada. This is a B-side song from 1998, and they'll be like, "Well, you
sorry
lost
I
me when
asked."
you said obscure."
Yes, so sorry I
I'm
asked.
not. Yeah, I'm asked.
you. It's off the beaten path, independent. Yeah, I get that. Next question is from Bella, kind of the same, along the same lines. Would you rather travel to the past and meet your ancestors, or travel to the future and meet your descendants?
Ooh, future descendants for me.
Holy smokes!
We already know what happened in the history, right? Like
Yeah.
the history of your family, where they were, what their names were, what they looked like. We're privy enough to know even like what they sounded like. We're talking about
I'm
Ralph.
going to
He's
the past.
going to the past. I want to see what my great grandchildren look like and what life looks like. You know what I mean?
It's scary,
I
though.
think the odds of you going there and being so freaking
Pissed off.
pissed off are so
Yeah.
high.
Why?
Gosh, I mean that you could be very pleasantly surprised, but you're knowing how you are as a parent, how my parents were, how we are as parents, how my parents were. We're gonna go forward into the future and get there and go, why in the hell did y'all do this?
Well, maybe they need me.
Why are you wearing that? We're just gonna.
Why is no one wearing clothes? Where
Well,
are all the clothes?
Yeah, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not sure that I'm ready for it. And so I'd like to go into the past and be like, man, you boys ain't going to believe this shit.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what's about to happen. Let me tell you some things.
Yeah. The Back to the Future series were some of my favorite movies. So
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, yes, going forward was frustrating for the whole scenario, right? Like in that movie in particular.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
going back to the Wild West.
Going back would be fun because you kind of know enough to keep yourself out of trouble,
Yeah.
And
I just don't think I'd be able to survive.
let me ask y'all this, though.
Like an old, rough life.
Has the Back to the Future movies, if you went back in time, right, and you go, are you like nervous about like upsetting the path?
The algorithm of life.
No. I'd take full
You buy
advantage
the
of my
almanac
knowledge.
and take it back with you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not so much that. I'm talking about your own descendant, your direct, if you go back in time and you're like, hey, you're hanging out with your fifth great grandfather or whatever,
It might change
5
your
generations
children,
ago,
your own children's lives.
and you convince them to do something that you think's pointless or meaningless in the moment, but it changes the entire path of the family. Would you worry about that? Or?
No. Because I have good intentions,
Yeah.
I think. And then if somebody else down the line screws it up, well, it's not technically on
Well,
me.
like he went back and he almost like erased his
Yeah, you almost
brother and
screwed his
sister.
whole
Like he
family.
screwed the whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would suck.
That would
But-
suck.
I don't know.
I'm going forward. I think we've decided forward back.
We talked about time
Not
travel on
shocked.
here, didn't we?
We,
little bit.
Of course, we've talked about time travel,
Yeah.
aliens and
Yeah.
Bigfoot and all the things. Everything's
Yeah.
on the table.
What era would you go back to?
Shit. I mean, that's hard to do.
I know.
Yeah.
It is.
What generation of your what part of your family's history would you want to visit?
Yeah.
Specifically? Damn.
See, because I don't think you can go back too far to where there's no like cars on the road or anything like that. I'd still like to have like the Model T or something.
Oh my gosh.
You want to go way back?
Yeah, right.
Back traveler.
Way back.
I
need
would
some
probably
modern
Bubonic
amenities.
plague era.
so the Earnhardts traveled from Germany to Pennsylvania on a ship, and I think I'd like to kind of. I know as soon as I got there, I'd be like, "Get me the hell out of here," but I think I'd kind of want to go back and see what they were, what was up, you know, what was
Like
going
coming
on.
over?
Huh?
Coming over from Germany?
Coming over, and what happened when they got here? They get off the boat, and somebody was sitting at a desk, and we're like, "What's your last name?" And they wrote it down, and they gave them 200 acres or something like that. They gave them a plot of land and said, "All right, go to your land, do what you do."
Mm-hmm.
I'd kind of want to know what all that process was like, because we kind of have it in our minds what you imagine it would be like, but big moments like that, because the Earnhardt name was spelled so differently in Germany, but they got off the boat and they told the person sitting there was they had to get off the boat, they had to pledge their allegiance to the Queen to be able to be citizens and be granted access to this property that was being given out. And the person wrote their name down as they heard it, and that's how the Earnhardt name changed.
It was Earnhardt.
Yeah,
Oh.
it changed because that's how that person writing it heard it, who was probably not German. They were just a person, right?
Yeah.
Was tasked to do that for that day. And then the name changed in the ledger
That's pretty common.
from there on. Right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I want to be there. Hey, whoa, you wrote that wrong. You
That's funny. Yeah.
spelled that wrong.
That'd be cool to see. Like, yeah. It's kind of funny that we put it like that there's just somebody who
And
was
you know
just.
how people talk back then? Could you imagine being around all those people?
No, you'd get
being
put in
as-
jail. They wouldn't
being
let you
as
hang out
smart-assy
just
and-
free willy-nilly on the street.
Yeah.
They'd lock you up.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just funny that there's some guy that was his task for that day, and if he cared, he would write it down right. If he didn't,
Oh
you're
no,
getting-
he was gonna see hundreds of people coming off these boats.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, whatever. Right,
Yeah,
whatever.
this is your name now.
How many you got with you? Yeah, one child.
That's interesting. People are wondering what the drink of the week is in the
Oh,
chat.
drink of the week. It's called a sugar plum lemonade, and I'll let Dale describe it because it's a special one this week with
I'll
the
be
PGA
honest.
Championship.
I don't like the Moscow Mule stuff. So the other. I'm just to be transparent. I wasn't a
He's
fan
not
of
a
the
fan
one.
of ginger beer.
I wasn't a fan of the other one we had, but this one is really good. Sugarlands has an official moonshine they're the official moonshine of the PGA Championship, which is this weekend at Quail Hollow in Charlotte. So there's a little bit of that lemonade moonshine in here, 2 ounces of lemonade moonshine, one from Sugarlands, 1 ounce of our Hard Rock vodka, 4 ounces of sparkling white grape juice, a splash of cranberry juice, a little bit of lime juice, and you're ready to go. It's really good.
It's really good. If
Looks
it was,
really good.
if they could make a big batch recipe, it would be good in like a container.
Yeah, it's good.
And just like pour it over ice.
It's
So
got like this. It isn't, but it has this sort of carbonation.
that's the
vibe.
sparkling like grape juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It tastes like a cooler, a wine cooler.
Yeah.
A wine cooler.
Wine cooler.
It does.
Or wine coolering.
It does taste like an old school wine cooler from the.
It's not quite that
From the
sweet,
90s?
but yeah, it's good.
Sounds like a nice drink to have on the golf
Hot
course
day,
on a nice
golf
hot
course,
day.
yeah.
Perfect drink for that.
Yeah.
Our last question is from Elizabeth, and she wants to know, Amy, if you could swap bodies with Dale for a day, what's the first thing you'd do?
These questions
Oh
are
my
fucking
God.
good this week.
I know.
They're good. Sorry for my.
I'd go get a tan.
Go get a tan, really?
Whoa! Hey. That's so
I want to see what that bod looks like brown.
God dang it! Y'all messed up.
I might
And you make
spray
the
tan
whole
the
room
shit out
laugh.
of that thing.
You can't make you're not allowed to make everyone laugh at me.
That was a good question.
That was good.
That's a tough
Damn.
question. Damn.
Answer it for real now.
That's what I would do.
No, you're not giving me a tan. You're
What
gonna
do you think
find-
I'm gonna do?
You know what you're gonna find out? That some bitch don't do no tan, and he burned.
It gets
I'm
red.
going to take you and spray tan you. I'm going to spray tan your
go-
bod in the
No.
booth. I'm going to stand in the booth and be like,
For
"Da-da-da-da-da."
what? That's it. You could have all.
That's the first thing I'm going to do.
What else would you do?
I guess
I'm
go try to
curious.
race a car or something. I don't know.
Really?
Open a bunch of jars. You got big, strong hands.
Open jar.
This is a dangerous question.
Man, my strength. Oh, this is fun.
I'm so damn strong. Look at me go.
Holy shit.
That's amazing. That's a great way to stop.
Oh my god.
Thank you guys for your questions. Ask Amy was really fun today. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Please don't forget also to check out our merch at shop.dirtymomedia.com. And we'll see you next week.